Hey there, Tater Tots! Welcome back to another Caves and Cliffs Part 2 1.18 Survival Let's Play series. Woo! I have been doing a whole lot of fishing lately. I'm addicted to fishing, actually. I think here, let me show you what we've been up to. So there's all the fish we've gotten so far. There's a ton of saddles. Like if we wanted to run a horse ranch, we can absolutely do that. We've got a bunch of bows, and we might be getting back to these a little bit later in the episode, as well as fishing poles, but I don't need the fishing poles. I've got basically a super pole here. And then finally, we've got some enchanted books. So we've got an Unbreaking 3. That's fantastic. This is one that I showed you before with the Silk Touch and Mending. Several books. Actually, do we have 2 Protection 3s? Yeah, we do. We can make those into a Protection 4, but we don't need to because I think we have another Protection 4. Maybe we don't. Okay, so I've got a Power 4 that can go on the bows as well, Fortune 3. Just really, really good luck with fishing. Basically, anytime that I've just been kind of playing, which, by the way, I haven't been able to do in a lot of our Let's Play episodes. I haven't been compelled to just log on and play, you know, aside from recording. But I've definitely been doing that in this series because I'm just having so much fun with it. But we've got a problem that I want to tackle in this episode, and the problem is this. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. No shiny, no blue, no nothing. Just regular old iron, and it's even losing a lot of durability. We need to fix that in this episode for sure. Speaking of, let's take this off real quick. This skin. So I said, and I want to apologize to Obliverator. In the last episode, I said Obliterator. I was just reading really quick from my notes. So it was Obliverator who made this skin. I said it right in the little text thing that popped up, but thank you so much. Once again, I love it. And what I'm going to do now, and I hear you guys. So what I'm going to do now is something that I've never done before. I don't think. Let me see how many of these guys there are. There are too many. That's how many there are. There are too many. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to do my mining stream right now. I did have it scheduled for yesterday at the time that I'm recording this right now, but Mojang or whoever, don't sue me, was having issues with their servers and stuff like that, so I couldn't log in. So now I think I'm going to do that right now. And just like that, we are done with our mining stream. And if you want to see what we got on that mining stream and what the chatting was about, go ahead and see it. It is on the channel, so it's available to watch at any time. By the way, thank you so much for everyone who was able to make it to the mining stream, and for those who do watch it later. I know there's at least a couple of you who said you want to do that. It's so much appreciated. I know I do pretty grindy tasks in those streams, but having you guys to sit and chat with really does make it all better. Now, I did kind of hint earlier that we'd be doing something with those guys, with those guys right there in this episode, and we are. We're going to be making our first villager trading hall. And I think I've done a little bit of scouting around the area on where I want to have it, and I think right up there is where it should go. I think that's a perfect spot. Again, I wanted to make little kind of stations within this base area, and I think that's a really good spot. Plus, I mean, let's be honest, it'll be easier to transport the villagers up there from there too. So I think I can put this down just so we have it. Okay, let's come up here, and I'll try not to break the crops. Nothing to see there. So up here is where we're going for, and just a little bit higher than this. Not that much. See if we can actually parkour this time without making a mess. So I'm thinking this level, maybe even lower, maybe even at this level, should be fine. And what we're going to want to do is we're going to cut into here just a little bit, just like so. And I need to dig out a huge area. So let me get to that. I'll be right back. And while I'm doing all that digging that I'm sure you really wanted to see, I wanted to switch over to our creative test world here. Apparently I found like an ultra slime chunk. I don't know. Anyway, this is a design that we're going for the villager trading hall. So you see, I think I've got 7 on each side, just like that. They're not all going to be librarians. I just used that while I was planning it. And we're not going to be using honeycomb blocks for this. That was just what was in my hotbar at the time. But this is how it's essentially going to work. So we're going to have villagers in each of these areas, and then we're going to have a minecart going around with a zombie that'll be named. We have plenty of name tags now, so he doesn't despawn. And he'll be going around and zombifying them so that I can cure them, right? I don't have the ability to cure yet, but that's something that we're going to have to work on later. So this is basically the design that I plan on using for this. Hopefully I can recreate this back in our normal Let's Play world. Whew, that was a lot of digging. Let me show you what I did here. So we have this kind of entrance room here, but then I plan on having a staircase that goes up because I want a building front end to this. That's the whole point of what I'm doing here is I want a building front end with windows and stuff like that. But I can't do that with the design that we chose for the villager trading hall. So this is essentially the 7x7 as we saw before. I was just trying to, map it out a little bit. That's basically what you see here. It's not going to look like this, guys. But yeah, this took a lot of digging, and we have more digging to do actually, because I still need to get all the stuff behind with the zombie and all that stuff. But I think we're off to a really good start. What I need to do now is I've got to figure out, after we kind of start to decorate and build this out, I think it's going to go, the floor will be up one more. That's why I kind of have this block here. The floor will go up one more, and then I need to figure out how to get villagers up here. So let me tinker around with that, and I'll be right back. All right, we are back, and yeah, I got a little carried away, but I'll show you what we have going on here. So this is basically the design that we had in the creative test world that I showed you. We've got a rail going around the outside all the way around, and then this rail, eventually this will hook back up to here so that the zombie can go around and zombify everyone. But for now, we need to use this rail to get our villagers. So what I did was I made a little pathway down here, and it goes right there, right? To pick up a villager, and then he'll bring them all the way back up, all the way around and into here where I'm going to trap them. I'll probably put a trap door. I think I have some on me. Yes, I do. So I'll put a trap door right here that'll lock them in place. And then we can break the rails, break the minecart, and work on the next one. So let's do this thing. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't work, that's going to be really funny. We've got our first guy in here, and we're just going to pretend that was instantaneous because it was not. So the reason why, if you look in all 4 corners, I've got a composter here, I've got a composter there, I've got a fletching table there and there, is because after I made this design, I realized that if I were to put a lectern right there, they can't both be on that lectern, right? So I've got to give that guy a workstation. So I put that composter there, and I think that's going to work really well. So I don't want any other villagers that come up here to pair with that workstation. So I'm just going to do these one at a time. I'm going to fill in all of these slots that we see here, and then I'll get right back with you. Have I ever mentioned that I hate villagers? But nonetheless, take a look at this. We've got all of the slots, I guess, filled in, which took, we're talking hours. This took hours. And I've got the perfect place for our mending villager, and that's going to be the first one that we get. So if you look right over here, right at the top of the stairs, because I figured this is who I'm going to be seeing very often, right? This is where we're going to put the mending guy. Now, this is, geez, I can only, as I'm looking around at all these deep slate cobble blocks, all of those, well, not all of them. Not all of them are going to be librarians, but a good number of them are going to be librarians, and we're just going to have to do this trade recycling thing over and over and over and over again. But it is what it is. I think we should do that, at least for this first one, in a little bit of a time lapse. And while we're recycling through these trades here, I want to do our comment of the week, which comes from GamerSubs MC. And they said, yo, another amazing episode here. The cow farm was pretty creative, not gonna lie. Using skeletons, I mostly use entity cramming. So thank you very much, GamerSubsMC, for this comment. And if you want to see your comment show up on here, you just got to leave it, and you can't ask for a shout out. That's the only rule. Now let's get back to the video. And we're back, guys. I was feeling like my luck in this world was definitely running out. We didn't even see our first mending villager until after 5 minutes, but in 36 minutes and 19 seconds, we've got a mending villager for 10 emeralds. And that is, I'll take that. Let's lock that bad boy in. And I can actually use that mending book too. Man, I'm excited. I am excited. We've got our first guy. And this one, I'm not even going to cure right away because I want to make sure that we're working on our armor and stuff. Oh, man. Guys, I cannot tell you how good that feels. How good it feels to get that. Okay, but we have to work on this little entranceway down here. And I think I'm going to work on that right now. Okay, so I've got some basic supplies ready. Probably going to need more, and I'm kind of winging this, guys. I'm winging it a little bit. I know all of my builds that I've done thus far, I've kind of planned meticulously and creative. This one, I did not. So we're just going to kind of put some blocks down and see how it works out. But with that, I think it is time for a building time lapse. On your mark, get set, go. So how did you like that, guys? Here, let me show you what we have going on inside. If we come right through here, I used a calcite from our geode that we found over there for the floor, and I have some lighting hidden under here as well. I think this looks really good. I'm really happy with this. So then if we come up here, not a whole lot's changed here other than, you see this guy right here? He wants to give us efficiency 5 for 20 diamonds. So that's pretty awesome. I can't wait to get the rest of these to see what goodies we come up with. Let's go back down. Let's go back down. For decoration, it's simple. It's simple, just the bare necessities, you know, along with lighting. Here's my kind of my leftover things. I didn't end up using the deep slate. I kind of like the bushier leaves. The bushier leaves look really neat. I wonder if I could hide some lighting back there. I bet you I could. So you might be wondering what these two doors are for. Well, I'll show you. This might look familiar right off the bat. This is our villager breeder. It's our villager breeder. So we not only do we have a balcony that goes all the way around, but you can actually just cut through the villager breeder to get right here to our villager trading hall, which I think is awesome. I did not know that it was this close until I started digging some things away and I saw the spruce walls. So that's really cool. And then there's another door here. What could this possibly be? A hallway? What does this hallway go to? This is crazy. What could this Oh, looky here. So now we have a little secret shortcut going from our experience farm all the way to our villager trading hall so that we can get the books that we need. Especially the books. Get the books and the experience that we need. And we can go back and chant, come back and forth very easily, guys. So I think this whole setup is going to set us up for success for sure. And another thing you'll notice, I don't know if you saw in the time lapse, but I also made a little entrance thing. That's what we'll call it. It's an entrance thing for our villager breeder output area, which there's still way too many of those guys. This thing is too efficient for sure. So So one of the last steps in kind of setting up our villager trading hall here is to capture a zombie. Now this may take a little bit, but I knocked out all the torches in this kind of back area here. I'm not really sure if they're getting enough light from the daylight out here. But essentially, I'm just going to hang out and go back and forth in this area until we have a zombie that we can lure up there. All right, so as you can see, the sun is going down. So I lit this up a little bit again because now my plan has changed a little bit. I'm going to come out here where it's nice and dark, and I'm going to see if we can find a villager that way. But then I don't want any surprises as we come in here. So with that, here, let me make a little bit of a path that we can walk on to get back here. And then I'm going to come over here, and we'll just walk around until we see a... Oh, there's a zombie over there. I see him. I see him. Come over here, buddy. Ooh, there's a drown, too. Okay, so let's make this path there. And... Oh, you're going to take forever, and you're going to drown. That's not... Ooh, and there's another zombie. And spiders. May have been a bad idea. Okay, come here. Come here. Come here. Come, get. Oh, good. Got him. Okay, so where's that zombie? Come here, zombie. Let's go. I need you. I don't care if he can pick up anything because... Oh, geez. Gotta go. Because I've got a name tag. I've got plenty of name tags from when I've been fishing. So I just need to lure him over here, make sure I don't get blown up by creepers who are falling down like ninjas from the ceiling. Let's go, buddy. Come on. We can do it. All the way in here. I know it's kind of a tight fit, but you can do it. I promise. All right, come on. You hear those villagers? You want to eat the villagers. I know you do. You're hungry. Brains. Okay, come on. Villager brains. Come on. Oh, you don't like that. What if I did that? Would you get in? No. Okay. All right, we've got to figure this out, guys. This is a good thing, you know, in theory, that he doesn't want to come in because of that rail. So now if I go like this, yes, we've got him, and zombificator. Awesome. All right, guys, that's huge progress, and it actually didn't take that long to catch a zombie. He's right back there in that corner where he can't reach anybody. He shouldn't be able to, in theory, reach anybody with the trap door right there down. But I don't want to risk it. So I'm just keeping them in a corner for now. So there's something that's really cool that I want to show you. I was thinking that I was going to have to go into the nether to get some blaze rods so that we could start zombifying and curing these guys. But we got really lucky. You see this guy right here? So I was trying to get emeralds. So I was doing a ton of stick trades. But if you scroll down, look at that. Arrow of weakness. So we don't even need to go into that nether. We just get some of these really cheap arrows of weakness. They're 2 emeralds a piece. That's nothing. And with that, we can actually shoot these guys probably with a normal bow like this, and even then like really softly, so we don't accidentally kill them. Or I can set up dispensers. I suppose if I set up dispensers, they wouldn't get mad at me and you know, raise the prices. I don't know. I'll think about that between episodes, and I'll work on all of these guys between episodes as well. But the main thing that I want to do right now is fix this armor that we've got. And after a couple of hours of doing this right here, over and over and over and over again, and using up all my diamonds, by the way, I was able to we've got Sub for Fortune, we've got our Fortune Pickaxe with Efficiency 5, which is awesome. Smooth Likes, also with Efficiency 5, and Silk Touch. Fury Swipes, this has pretty much everything I want on it. I may do Fire Aspect at some point, but for now it's fine. Chopper, I was able to get Smite 5 on that one, which was pretty cool. Pooper Scooper, I could put Silk Touch on this, but I'm not going to at this point. And then just the basic max enchantments for all my gear here. So guys, we are looking good. So that brings us about to the end of the episode. Hey, Spuddy, how's it going? Yeah, you like this new gear, don't you? So anyway, this one took a very, it's nighttime, a very long time to do. We got a lot of really grindy tasks done in this episode. So if you did like this, please give it a like. It is a superpower that, like I said, only you have to supercharge this episode and get it in front of as many people as possible. I'm going to be putting a video on the screen right about now that if you like this one, I think you're going to like that one as well. I am so thankful for you guys watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. See ya. I'm so shiny.